Hi everybody and welcome to day 2 of our 10-day yoga wake up challenge. Thank you again for joining me. My name is Kelly and I will be guiding us all through a short 30-minute vinyasa style yoga sequence. So we'll start as we did yesterday in easy pose, Sukhasana. So if you just cross your legs and just relax into a tall seated position, either closing your eyes or letting them gently focus on the floor in front of you. And start to bring your focus towards your breath. The inhales, the exhales. And just let yourself become more aware of your whole body as it fills with air. And as we expel it, it's really good to bring this awareness to your breath. You're constantly breathing. It's something you can rely on if you ever need something to focus inwards on. And it's just quite a nice way to ground at the beginning of a yoga practice. We're going to start with some warming up of our joints. So like we did yesterday, we're going to inhale to the center, exhale right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale left ear to left shoulder. Inhale center. Exhale chin to chest. Inhale center. Exhale, just gently drop your neck back. And back to center. We'll do some shoulder rolls forwards. And backwards. And rotate our wrists outwards. And the other way as well. It's good to warm up these joints in particular, as when we're doing things like downward dog, we're putting weight on our shoulders and our wrists. So it's good to give them a little bit of movement before we begin. Okay, staying in easy pose, we're going to do some lateral stretching. So inhale, arms above head. Exhale, right hand out to the right. Bring your left hand overhead. If you can bring your elbow down to the mat, then do. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand to left side, bringing your right hand over. And inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to do some cat-cow movements, but this time we're doing it while seated as opposed to doing it in tabletop yesterday. So same movement, same breath pattern. We're going to inhale, expand our chest, look up. Exhale, round our back, bring our chin to our chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do some rolls in one direction, really kind of spinning around the center of our pelvis. Leading with your chest. synchronize your breathing so that you're inhaling as you go forward, exhaling as you go back. Let's change direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep going. And back to center. These are some nice gentle exercises you could do every morning as a quick kind of warm up. We're going to move on from there onto our tabletop position. Spread your fingers, plant your wrists, your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Draw your navel towards your spine. We're going to do some bird dog exercises here. So that is when we have one leg extended, left leg, right arm, thumb pointing up. Raise that back foot. And we're going to add in some crunches here if it feels good. Otherwise, just keep it raised. 5 crunches. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. 2, 3, 4, 5. And back down to the floor. Switch sides. Raise that back leg. Try not to wobble like I just did. And 5 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring your hands back down to tabletop. Curl your toes under your feet as we push up into down dog. So you want to be trying to get your heels coming towards the mat. They don't need to come all the way down. You want a neutral spine here, so you shouldn't be feeling any sort of curving or back bending. And just take a few breaths. We're going to start moving forwards into a high plank, and just hold it here for a moment if you can. And then drop your knees to the floor and slowly sink yourself down onto the mat. Inhale to cobra, giving yourself a back bend. Go as high as feels comfortable. Exhale back down to the mat. Inhale, lift to tabletop. And exhale, downward dog. On an inhale, step forward. And up to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, curl up, hands above head. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So just checking that I'm still in the shot. It's a bit difficult when I stand up. I think you can just about see me. Okay, let's start our standing poses in Tadasana, mountain pose. So stand up nice and tall. We're going to take a step out to the left, quite wide. We're going to turn our right foot to face the short end of our mat and give a nice bend as we turn our heel out to the back side of the mat and bring ourselves into warrior 2. Just a few breaths here. Draw your belly in towards your spine, keeping your fingers stretching in the opposite direction. Bend into that front knee. See how wide you can go. And now drop that right arm down, and we'll again do our side angle. Bringing our left arm overhead, spinning our ribs and our gaze to look up, stretching away our left foot. Bring your arm back into warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips as we parallel the feet. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing your hands down to the mat, you can widen your stance to help with that. Feeling the inside stretch of your legs. And slowly bring yourself back up. This time we are turning our left foot towards the short side of the mat. Slowly turn your heel out towards the other side, as wide as is comfortable. If it's not comfortable and if your knee ends up not being over your heel, just adjust until you find that comfortable yet still activating position. Bring your arms out, stretching in opposite directions, gaze over the middle fingers. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Make sure you're not dropping your arms. Bring that left arm down to your left thigh. Sweep your right arm over and spin your chest to look up towards that right arm, stretching your right foot away from your right fingers. Try not to bring too much weight onto that left thigh. Release back into warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. Parallel the feet. Inhale with a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Let me just check how everyone is getting on. Okay. Slowly bring yourself back up and step back to this top of your mat and back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Just adjust yourself here. We're going to go into a crescent lunge. On the inhale, sweep your arms up, keeping your right foot just on your toes, both feet facing forward. Bend into that into the left knee, and slightly arch yourself backwards to give a slight back bend. Exhale, hands plant back down. Bring back your left foot and bring yourself into a high plank. Knees come down and slowly lower yourself down onto the mat. A few breaths here. And on an inhale, up to cobra. Exhale tabletop. Inhale, downward dog. Taking a few breaths here. Gonna step ourselves back forward into halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Bring back your left toes this time. Right knee bends. Sweep your arms up into crescent lunge. On an exhale, bring your hands back down into plank. Exhale, lower your knees and slowly lower yourself back to the mat. Take a few breaths. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Slowly float yourself back over into a high lunge. Drop to your knees. Exhale to the floor. I've gotten a bit close to this wall, so I'll shimmy myself back, but hopefully you have space. And one final inhale for cobra before we exhale into downward dog. Taking a few breaths here. You lift your feet up, you could pedal them a little. And then bring yourself into a tabletop position. Bring your toes together and rock back into child's pose. Inhale back to tabletop. And from here, we're just going to spin over onto our backs and start to cool our bodies down a little. We have done quite a lot of strengthening work. So just lie on your back, bringing your heels up towards your bottom, hands by your side. We're going to do a bridge pose. So push your hips up, wiggle your shoulders underneath your body to help you get into a comfortable position. If you'd like, you can interlace your fingers underneath your sacrum and push them into the floor, raising your hips higher. Really push through your feet. Try and get your hips up. And slowly release your hands, release your shoulders, and bring your back to the floor. Bring your left leg in to your chest and let your right leg lie flat on the floor. We're going to do a little twist here. So bring the left leg. We've brought the left leg up. It's okay if you've done it the other way around. We can just make sure you do both sides. Let it flop over to the right. So I've got my left leg moving over to the right. Put your hands out into a T position and just gaze to look at your left hand. If you feel uncomfortable having your leg like this, you could put a block underneath to prop it up on, but otherwise just let it slowly drop to the side, keeping both shoulders on the ground. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. And this time let your left leg lie down on the mat and bring your right knee up to your chest. Give it a bit of a hug and then let it spin over to your left side, bringing your arms back into a T position and gaze towards your right hand. Giving your spine a good twist. And then slowly bring yourself back to center and get yourself ready to get into a comfortable corpse pose, Shavasana. You could pop a blanket under your knees or some blocks, whatever feels best for you. And just let yourself relax down, arms out to the side, palms facing up to the ceiling. Let your feet flop out to the sides in whatever way feels comfortable. And really let your body sink into your mat. Bring your awareness to your breath as it slows down. Bringing your awareness to your toes and your feet, your ankles, your shins, knees, thighs, hips, letting them all sink and relax into your mat. Your navel, your chest, your collarbone, your shoulders, your arms, elbows, hands and fingertips, bringing your awareness to your throat, to your chin, your cheeks, your nose, your forehead, the crown of your head, letting them all soften and relax. Now bring your focus to the back of your body, the back of your head, the back of your neck, your upper back, your lower back, your hips, thighs, legs, ankles, heels, and the sole of your feet. And just lie in silence for a moment. Slowly bring your awareness back to my voice and back your body, feeling how your body has absorbed all of this wonderful practice that you have done this morning. Maybe feeling much looser, maybe feeling energized. You can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and slowly turn yourself over onto your side and take a few breaths here for a moment. And when you're ready, just ease yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for taking part in day 2. Well done, 2 days in a row. And I hope to see you all here tomorrow morning for day 3. Thank you all very much and have a fantastic day.